though, so
Well,
okay. Hey everyone, I'm Dominic.
I'm Robert.
I'm Josh. We're three guys chilling. This week we're going to be talking
Coming
about
to you straight out of Brisbane.
Linwood. No.
The Fifth Element? Yes.
This week we're talking about The Fifth Element, which... Okay, so...
Directed by Luc Besson or something like that. He did
Yeah, it's a French
Beyond the
film.
Professional. Very French film. Yeah.
Okay. So, what I'm going to say about this... So our short reviews at the start, I'm going to say I hated it.
Okay. Gee, alright. Alright. Well, I didn't hate it. In fact, I enjoyed most of it. I really liked most of it. I've got to say. I didn't like all of it, but I enjoyed most of it. Robert, would you agree?
I liked it. I thought it was fun. Really good.
Okay. Alright.
Again, probably not
We've
like
got some polarizing opinions over here.
Over here? You mean me?
well, Josh, do you have a list? I know
actually
Dominic hates things. He makes lists, so.
Yeah,
Josh,
I
do you have a
actually
list this
didn't.
time?
I didn't really have any notes to write down on this one. Usually, I have a big old list full of stuff that I have to complain about or something. But in this one, I don't really have a lot to say. I guess we should jump right into the plot for those unfamiliar. For our viewer, our one viewer who watches this, just in case she hasn't seen the movie. All right. So basically, it takes so long to get into it. It's like 15 minutes before you even see Bruce Willis. But yeah, there's like this bit in Egypt, and there's like these aliens come down, and then like there's like full.
This alien costumes, holy shit, they were bad, weren't they? The aliens, they just like, what were they? Were they robots or were they aliens? What was that?
Yeah, it was.
Like, I like this film, but
yeah, it was creative. I reckon.
It looked like a bad.
It's interesting. I kind of liked that cheesiness of it, though. Like, cheesy, weird sci-fi stuff, you know. I kind of dug it. Just the big round backs and, like, the thin little canine-looking heads. Like Canine from Doctor Who. They look like the canine dog.
Canine is.
Well, maybe our one viewer doesn't know who Canine is. But yeah. Actually, so I guess, Josh, you should take it away. I guess start off with what you didn't like about it.
Critic.
Well, one, going with how you said about the plot, I was thinking, I mean, you know, I didn't like that stupid black guy who really did nothing through the whole movie that was played by Chris Tucker.
The president?
No, it's Ruby Rod.
Oh.
Ruby Rod.
Chris Tucker was pretty bad. I'll give you that.
Oh, come on.
That's one of the main reasons why I didn't like that movie, was because I couldn't stand any time that he was on screen. And when you say the plot, through the whole thing, I was thinking, man, this is like it's written by some teenager.
Well,
and then
I
found out
think it was.
Yes, it was. And then I found out that the original story, he wrote it when he was 16.
Yeah?
And then he made it into a movie.
What's the problem? It's cool.
It was just bad.
I mean, I think it was bad. It was just like, it was weird, it was different. I mean, yeah, I see where you come, because it's like the whole darkness, like the destroyer of life, and then you have the chick who's like the thing savior of the universe or whatever.
The thing I have with it was that it clashed too much. It was like set this tone for even I don't mind the lame costumes or the lame effects or anything, but it set this tone at the start of something big horrible happening, and then the whole movie was like a slapstick comedy rather than a mysterious adventure sci-fi movie. It felt like it was parodying sci-fi, whereas it wasn't meant to.
Right. Yeah, it had this weird, like the sound effects and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Like,
And,
yeah, it had a lot of slapstick sound effects, and I mean, yeah, the tone definitely jumped around a lot, but I thought for the most part the comic relief was good. I mean, except for Chris Tucker, I actually enjoyed a lot of the comic relief. I really liked Ian Holmes. Good old Bilbo Baggins was in this. I really liked Gary Oldman. He was great.
Oh, that was the other thing. That was the other thing I had a problem with was that guy. It was this build-up to some
Zorg?
Zorg. This build-up to some evil guy who's like you only see the back of and is big and brooding, and then he talks like this. Guns. I'm gonna give you these guns, and then it's like
I thought it was hilarious.
That. Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the problem I have with it is that it wasn't meant to be hilarious. If you know what it was meant to be. It was meant to have comic relief.
I think it was meant to.
It was meant to have comic relief, but it wasn't meant to be a comedy film.
I think it was kind of meant to be a comedy film. Well, not so much like a straight-up comedy, but I think it was just meant to be silly and grand and weird. Like, I don't think, you know. What do you think, Robert?
I'm not sure what to think about a lot of this movie. I just know that I just generally enjoyed watching it. I did watch it.
Good.
Yeah.
So you liked Chris
I agree
Tucker?
with the parts of the tone shift though. Like when Chris Tucker came in, it's just like, did the scriptwriter just like shoot up a bunch of speed or something? What the hell happened?
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure Chris Tucker was the one that shot up a bunch of speed before filming this.
I liked Chris Tucker in this though.
I will say I
thought he was
did actually
funny.
I did actually enjoy some of the cheesiness and the comic relief, but it just didn't feel like I was watching the same movie as what I expected to when I read about it. Because I read about it first before I watched it, and then I went and watched it, and it was not what it was, not how it was written on the page.
Yeah.
So I went into
I
it.
didn't know.
Because, like I said, I enjoyed the
completely
comic.
blind.
Yeah, I enjoyed the comic relief and the cheesiness, but if it was a separate movie, or if they at least...
So you want like a straight up comedy?
Well, I want it to be more transparent in what it was trying to be. I mean, was it serious sci-fi because it had those tones, certainly, or was it a sort of like a comedic sci-fi? Not so far as Spaceballs, but you know.
Right.
I don't think it was trying to do that. I think it was just trying to be like a. I thought this movie was just trying to have a good time and give everyone else a good time.
Yeah, it might have been, but
Yeah.
like I said, it didn't set the scene for that very well.
I think it did in the first 15 minutes. The first 15 minutes weren't very serious at all. Like it's just sort of
I thought.
first 15 minutes smelled like it could have come out of The Mummy or something like that.
Yeah, right before Bruce Willis shows up.
Yeah.
Although I really liked Bruce Willis in this. Although him making out with that chick when she's sleeping is weird.
That's
kind of messed up.
Cultural thing in France.
There was also
This is-
there was one major plot hole that made absolute no sense whatsoever.
What?
That I maybe would
A
have
lot of-
said that I maybe would have said that I didn't mind it if it actually made sense at the end. Because at the end she's like, I've never experienced love. Oh, right. So
Right.
she's the fifth element, and she's saved the world at least once before, I believe. And then she's like, I've never experienced love before. But
I
love
don't think
is
it was meant to be
love
that
is
incarnation.
love is the key. Love is the fifth element, is what it's meant to be. And then
No, I think
if,
Right.
if she's never been in love before, does that make sense?
Yeah,
That it's love.
she's a different incarnation of the fifth element. She was built up like pretty much from scratch from those guys in that lab.
No, that
So,
was
fifth element-
that was reconstructing her, not a reincarnation.
Yeah.
She was like
No, I
that
think-
in the.
Does it say that she was like that?
Well, that's what that arm is. It's, you know, the pod at the
The arm
start.
was, they reconstructed her from the DNA from the arm.
Yeah, the arm was a piece of armor from a stasis pod that she was in,
Hmm.
because she started off
This is
in a
a
stasis
confusing
pod.
movie. I didn't know what was going on, to be honest. But, you know, I mean, look, I was along for the ride. I'll say that part. I felt like it moved. I felt like it moved along pretty quickly. You know, it went from beat to beat, pretty fast, and I liked that. Really fast sometimes, like just breakneck speeds, because I just couldn't keep up with a lot of this crap going on.
The best thing about I'll explain how I feel about this movie. You know when Bruce
Okay.
Willis's character is around that Ruby Rod or whatever his name is,
Are you
Right.
comparing
and
yourself to Bruce Willis
just like
and the film to Ruby Rod?
and it's just like all the time. That's how I felt
Yeah.
during this movie. I will
Right.
say-
So you felt like you were getting screamed at by Chris Tucker, and you were just like,
That's what it felt like for the movie,
yeah.
the whole movie when I was watching it. That I was
yeah,
at by Chris Tucker, and I couldn't focus on anything else because I could only focus on how loudly and how fast and how badly he was screaming, if you know what I mean. How badly he was acting.
I think they did that deliberately. Like, you only hired
I
Chris
have to
Tucker.
like it. Just because they did it deliberately doesn't mean it's good or I have to like it.
No, but you can see where it's coming from. He's supposed to be annoying and stupid.
I can see all I can see all the elements and why they put them there, but I don't like it. I don't like how they did it.
yeah.
Could you see
I
the
can see
fifth
where
element?
this time I can see where both of you are coming from, but I hated it still. I know exactly what you're talking
Okay.
about and stuff. But
I wouldn't say that I hated it. I don't know if I'll ever watch it again, but
I'll watch it again.
I had fun. I genuinely had fun. It was really weird, and it was like imaginative and different, and I had no idea what was going to happen next because the plot was ridiculous.
if
And you
I
know,
watched
it's not
it,
like
I'll
Yeah,
admit,
continue.
if I watched it again, knowing that it is what it is now, knowing that what I know now, that it's like that, I would probably go, yeah, it was pretty fun, but
So your
going
main
into it-
problem is that you went into it thinking it was going to be something different.
yeah, exactly.
That's not a very good reason to hate something.
Well, it's
maybe
like
you
if
should
get-
just maybe.
It's like if you get too hyped for a game, you go into it expecting it to be great, and then it's not as good, and then you hate it, even though it's still not too bad.
Yeah, but that's like hating. That'd be like,
So you overhyped it for yourself,
Yeah, I overhyped it.
and you
for
want it.
myself.
Did you want it to be like Blade Runner or something?
Not quite
'Cause I
that.
got-
Yeah, well, that's what I
So-
thought it was going to be like. I thought it was going to be more like Blade Runner.
I thought it was gonna be like Indiana Jones in a ridiculous sci-fi sort of world.
Yeah, see, I thought it was going to be Blade Runner because I've seen the posters and I've read the blurbs and things, and so I was expecting something more like Blade Runner.
you gotta remember though, this movie came out in 1997. Every poster looked like that. big space
Yeah.
background with 3 heads of the like one villain, one love interest, main character in the middle.
Yeah, but I mean, the posters looked darker than what the movie actually was, so I was expecting something dark, because usually they...
Yeah, at least it's better than the posters that are nowadays, because every poster nowadays is just someone with their back towards the
facing
you know,
the
with
camera.
their facing the back, facing towards the back, and just like standing amongst like some epic scenery, like the wreckage or anything. Like, I swear, if you look at some with posters from like 2009 to now, like every single one, Star Trek, what did it have? I can't think of it off the top of my head, but like, yes,
Winter Soldier
like
had
so
that.
many.
All of
Yeah.
Marvel
I
has
think
that.
Iron Man did as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, oh my god,
Guardians
it's
of the
ridiculous.
Galaxy didn't.
The Hobbit,
Guardians
the
of the
Hobbit.
Galaxy was actually like a 90s poster.
Guardians of the Galaxy had a great,
Don't spoil it. I
had a
haven't seen
great
it
poster.
yet. I haven't seen
We
it
should
yet.
watch it because I have a lot to say on that movie.
I want to watch it in the cinema.
So we should watch it, and we'll talk about it afterwards.
We'll save it for
Yeah,
another
Fifth
day.
Element. I mean, wow, what a strange movie. It's like it's hard to even comprehend what it was in my head. Like, I don't even.
I think
All I know.
I think a lot of it, because I noticed something like similar with when I watched Leon the Professional as well, because it's like a very
Same
different
director.
kind of movie. Yeah, I think it's just because there's a lot of cultural differences between the French filmmakers and English American filmmakers.
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's because it's just different. Like storytelling in it
Yeah.
is just something totally different and really, really refreshing, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would recommend this. Just don't go in expecting Blade Runner. I mean,
Like I did.
if you just want to have get smashed and watch this, just get wasted beyond
Get your friends
belief
around.
and then just watch this movie. Or
Like
just
I
get
said,
high as hell and then just like watch
to be
this or
honest-
something like that. Just don't watch it sober.
To be
I
honest,
think that's my advice.
like I said before, if I was completely honest with you, if I watched it again, I would probably think it not too bad. I would get into it this time because I felt detached because it was not what was in my heart when I went into going to watch it. So I'd say just watch it purely
Yeah.
because I say it's bad because I didn't think it was going to be like that.
Fuck that shit. Watch it because I say it's great.
Well, there you go. 3 differing opinions. That's what you watch the show for. We're the hard-hitting critics of the 21st generation.
The 21st
Um,
generation.
The 20. Yep, there's only been 21, guys.
Well, the
Ever since
21st
the dawn of
generation
man.
of humans.
Yep. So things looking. So yeah. I don't think I have anything else to say. Like I said, I didn't write down any notes because like I just didn't. Oh man, weird stuff. But yeah, do whatever you want. You can watch it if you want, or you don't have to. But regardless
the most
of that,
important thing, most important thing is to watch us because we're the beautiful ones who talk about things.
yeah,
like
exactly.
Yep.
That's right. So
Ladies,
as always, my name is Dominic.
I'm Josh,
I'm Robert.
and we've been.
Thanks for joining us once again on an epic adventure where we discuss in great detail the meticulous nature of filmmaking, being professional critics as we are. So,
What are you doing?
yes,
are
I'm
you
just
doing?
trying to give ourselves an air of grandeur so that we can, make it look like we're professionals. So that anyone who like skips right to the end and hears me say that will go, those guys.
Then they'll like watch other episodes.
Nah,
and talk about
if you want
dicks and shit.
if you want professional looking previews for our videos, I'll show you.
Don't watch our
professional
videos.
don't watch anything that we produce. What?
What's going on? Can't actually. What?
Goodness me.
And that will be our thumbnail.
That was weird.
Yep.
I don't think anyone can
Professionals.
see that because I think the picture.
Thanks
pointed to
for
us looking
watching,
at a computer.
guys.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, they'll be able to see it. I'm sure they'll be able to see it.